Oh shit. Look like it's 5 heavenly kings now. It's not 4. Maybe even 6. I don't know. I'm just joking, but it's at least 5 heavenly kings now. So anyway, they getting ready to eat these pieces of the full course. Toriko's eyes lit the fuck up, and next thing you know, he sees it. I mean, you see it like his tongue comes out, man, and Toriko looks like he's trying to excite the ladies and shit like that, and he's eating rocks and shit like that. He said that the rocks taste, good, right? When you see what he does, he sticks his tongue out into the damn atmosphere, out of the atmosphere into outer space, and gets some damn debris or some shit. It might not be into outer space, but it's definitely up, like almost outer space at least. And he grabs some damn rocks and shit like that and eats them. He said, "Man, this shit tastes like chicken." Now he's starting to see people as like food or something like that. I wonder if Neo ate something similar to another, which made him just eat all people and stuff like that. Maybe so. So anyway, Stargin figures out, oh, that shit excites your tongue and gets you ready for the ladies. Well, let me try it. And it reinvigorated his gourmet cells. And guess what happens? Turns out Toriko's his baby bruh. That's his little bruh. His little brother. His brother. His only brother. Because we see Stargin right here. He's the one with the weird birthmark. Then we see right next to him, we see another baby and his baby's ass is sticking out. It's got to be Toriko. He's got the scars to prove it. The thing with the things. Hair is the same color. His hair is uneven. He looks dusty. And they were in the same stomach. And Stargin look like, oh shit, the fuck? That's what he says. And he starts looking at Toriko. He's like, the test results are in. He said, Mori says, you are the brother. He said, in the case of, 27-year-old Toriko, Stargin, you are the brother. And that's why he looked. He's like, oh shit, what the fuck? That's my little brother. Even if they were in the womb at the same time, you would think they would have to be twins. Probably so. But we got to find out who the mother is, who the father is. I thought Medora was Stargin's father, but that's still not out of the question. He still might be the father. If that's the case, that means Toriko's father is Stargin. I mean, not necessarily, because they don't look alike, so they might not be they might be fraternal twins. But if they're identical twins, they would have the same father. Okay, but anyway, all their tongues starting to turn into their demon tongues, whatever. Sunny's tongue turns into hair. That looks nasty as fuck. Toriko's tongue look almost like a regular tongue, except bigger. I'm thinking that's just the way Red's tongue looks. That's the way his tongue looks. What you call him? Sunny's creature was made out of hair, so it probably doesn't really have a tongue, but just use hair. Then Coco and Zebra, their tongues look like regular tongues in the color of the gourmet devil. Anyway, they talk about Sunny's gourmet demon, and they said this motherfucker used to swallow planets whole like it's nothing and spit that shit out. They said he used to rule over the Milky Way galaxy, a whole galaxy. So that's crazy. So that's what Sunny's demon did. Then we get to Coco. They said his ruled over a gigantic planet, but just a planet. Mind you, I don't think his power relies in just his strength. It's his abilities. The same way Zebra's abilities, though. You know what I'm saying? Probably a lot of his power came from using sound. It wasn't just pure raw destruction. But I think Coco's, out of all the gourmet demons, his probably is mainly based on his ability. His strength is really not there. He could just use poison on motherfuckers, and he's adapted to using poison. Now, if his demon, somebody said that his gourmet devil was one of the ones that was featured killing Neo. I think his could, because the poison he used might be enough to get him. But in terms of power, nah. And the demon that was there that people said was Coco's didn't look like this. Let's keep it real. Didn't look like that. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But I think he could beat Neo with his powers. You know, he wouldn't be able to fight him head on. That's why Coco uses his intelligence. I think. And after this, we pretty much sure what was going on. These demons are picking who they want to be in when they get revived. To a certain degree, at least the stronger ones are. They said that zebra ones use sound. Coco's used hair. Coco. Yeah, no. Sunny uses hair. Coco used poison, and Toriko used his demon used smell, which lead me to believe their powers were completely given to them by the gourmet demons. That's it. All their powers come from that. I don't think they trained to get those powers or anything like that. I think they got those powers because they all had a gourmet demon in them, which gave them their powers. What you call them? Coco's demon might have picked him because his power didn't rely on strength alone. So he probably had to use a lot of his intelligence. Coco is real smart. That might have been what did it. His gourmet demon might have had real good sight. That might have been why he got good sight. But that's probably why he picked him. He said, I need somebody calculating that can use my powers to their full ability. Just if it would have been Zebra and he just smashing shit, he wouldn't be able to use his powers to his fullest abilities. That's what I'm thinking happened. Now, Zebra's was stronger than Sunny's and Coco's, and he had a special ability as well. So I mean, he's more balanced than Coco's. More balanced than Coco and Sunny's. But anyway, they said the strongest one out of all the four of the Heavenly Kings was actually Red. After seeing Red get punished, I didn't think Red was going to be that strong. But he is. They said he was a gentle giant. Motherfucker just didn't. He was basically Sky Deer of the four Heavenly Kings. He was Sky Deer. You know, Sky Deer was strong, but he wasn't trying to fight nobody. He wasn't. Basically, I'm not a bitch, and I'm not looking for one. He said he wasn't a bitch, and he's not looking for one. Basically, I'm not trying to take it to you, but I can if I have to. And I'm not one to be messed with. He said, I'm not going to fuck with you. Please don't fuck with me. So, but anyway, they said his was just strong as a motherfucker. I don't think he ruled over anything. He just did his fucking thing, and that was it. And just wanted to be left the hell alone. Anyway, we see them, and they all turn into like the gourmet form, the gourmet demon forms. And you see Komatsu also does it as well. Komatsu's the same age as Toriko, right? We find out that Toriko and Starjin are brothers, so they're the same age. It's Komatsu, and Komatsu is on the same side as them. Is Komatsu a brother too? I don't know. But I wonder what type of powers they skipped. This is the thing that made me mad. They skipped over Komatsu's gourmet devil, never told us exactly his powers, what he could do, all that stuff. They skipped over Starjin's. He's sitting right the fuck there. Gigi, I know you see him. That shows you the rank and file. But he's sitting right there and he didn't say anything about it. I mean, we know that his powers is he can see the future, some shit. I don't know if he can see the future. He can see something. He got some type of sight powers. And it looks like he's an ogre as well. Just same way like Toriko, he's also an ogre. I think that we should call him an ogre too? Zebra? Probably not. But he's definitely an ogre. If I'm not mistaken, Starjin's an ogre. It looked like he's an ogre type. But they didn't talk about him. I wonder what type of powers he had and how strong he was. I think that was a real big fuck up. They was talking about everybody else. Shit. And then they didn't talk about the food too. They talked about another. Ooh, I could taste everything. I could eat ass now and it tastes like chocolate. They said, I just ate a pile of shit and it tastes just like a Hershey Kiss. They did that, but they didn't say, ooh, what does news taste like? Of course, I already said I don't want to see a whole fucking freaking chapter just based off the taste of the food. But if you won't give us one, just give a couple fucking sentences. That's it. We don't need a lot. Just give us something. Goddamn. And then, like I said, they skipped over a lot of shit. This chapter was off the chain though, but they skipped over some stuff. Now, anyway, at the end, Komatsu produces a can, look like some tuna or something like this, some tuna fish or something. They had got it at some point in time. I think it's at the time when Toriko and Komatsu was living in that tree house or whatever. That's what I think it was. Looks like it. And they couldn't get this can open. And if you look at the can, you can see it's made out of a special material. That shows you the rank and file. It's made out of a special material. So Komatsu, as they were making the knives, the pots and pans and apron and whatnot in order to cook another, Komatsu realized, oh, the stuff that this can is made from the same stuff as the stuff we're making these utensils out of. That's how you do it. He asked Milk, he said, can you make me a can opener? And he had it on. He stashed it since then. Now, here's my theory. Do you guys remember what they said about Neo? They said in order to revive Neo, the first thing Toriko said, whatever's in this can is going to be on his main course. It's going to be on his full course. Everybody's looking to try to get some. What the fuck is it? Some people say it could be Center, it could be God. It could be somebody who had it could have stashed some of it and put it away. But my theory is this. Remember what they said about Neo? They said we're going to revive him and put him in a can to seal him forever. I think that may be a gourmet devil. It might not be it might not be like you open it up and the fucking devil jumps out. It might be a piece of food, and when you eat it, you become the devil, or you gain that, or whatever. Something like that. I don't know. That could be a gourmet devil. Could be just like one of the 4 courses. And here's my other theory. It could be Ichiru. He could have lied, and the reason why they couldn't find him in the back channel is because he's inside that can. I don't know, maybe so. Those are my 2 predictions. I can't be sure, but they ended off great. I'm gonna give this chapter a 4.5. I wanted to say 5, but they skipped shit for no reason. Everything else was great. Ended off on a good note. We got a mystery. We're looking forward to the next chapter, finding out Toriko is Stargent's brother. That was kind of decent, kind of neat. Hearing about the gourmet devils, that was good. But then they skipped on them. That was the only. If they didn't skip out on those couple things, I would have gave this a perfect 5. Why are they skipping stuff like this? They skipped like 4 continents or something like that. Why are they doing this to us? They know we want to see this stuff. They know we want to see this stuff. Why are they skipping on it? Okay, when Bakia said trap, that's all I do. I have no clue what he's talking about. Okay, Mitsutoshi keeps doing some bullshit just to power up Toriko. I remember when Blue G checked Red, but now conveniently Red is the strongest demon to ever live. I don't think they said that Red is the strongest demon to ever live. Let me check just to make sure. I don't think they said that. I think they said that he was okay, compared to the other demons, this one was gentle. He's gentle, but once enraged, he was an unmatched warrior. The aloof superior ogre. Oh, so he was the strongest ogre, obviously. Wait, he's superior ogre. Maybe not the strongest. Maybe it's a few superior ogres. I don't know. Okay, although his special trait would be his finely honed sense of smell, this individual's strength has been hailed as history's greatest. Maybe so. But then what about Blue? He begged Blue to help him. When they say history's greatest, they mean amongst they. I'm hoping and I'm thinking that they mean amongst all the ogres, he was the strongest. But then what about Blue? Maybe Blue's not an ogre. Maybe he's a similar species or something like that. That's what I'm hoping that they're saying, because we got Red, then we got Blue. Blue seemed to be the next level up. Blue was able to compete where Red couldn't. And all of a sudden, we keep going back to Red as if Red was such hot shit. But he didn't look like it. He never showed that at all. Then we got this other one who might be even stronger than Blue. But then Red comes back into the forefront like that. I don't know. Maybe when they say history's greatest, his individual strength has been held as history's greatest. Maybe they're talking about amongst the ogres, because he is an ogre. And maybe they only talk about his physical strength. Maybe the other gourmet devils that's on his level or surpass his level have some other type of ability that that makes him that much more powerful. But we also know that he beat Neo. But does that mean that Neo is stronger than him now? I don't know. That's kind of weird. Okay. Once Medora gets his hand on another, his tongue gonna be all over the damn planet. Pretty much. Okay, the twin thing was completely unnecessary at this point. They might not be twins. Not identical twins or whatever. Okay, that's kind of shit you see in the soap operas. Yeah, but I don't see how does it take away from the story? I gotta see what they do with it. But as far as right now, I don't see the big deal. I think you just think that it's cliche and you don't want to see it because it's cliche. Maybe so. Okay, Mean, wait until you watch the latest episode of Dragon Ball Super. Animation is fucking horrible. Okay, Mean, you should check out this show called Orphan Black. Not to review, just to watch. Go watch the trailer. It's dope as fuck. Okay, I'll think about it. But anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke, and you got the power to change that. Peace.